I was in class doing classwork. Tomo was sitting across from me. So, how'd it go? They asked. What, though? I asked, confused. Telling your parents that you were They stopped. Yeah, at first, they didn't like it, but soon they did. I told them. You okay? They asked, while putting their hand on mine. I looked at them. I stopped what I was doing. I don't know, I sighed. It's been hard for me. I told them, putting my hand on my face. You want to come over to my house? They asked. Maybe, I told them, while putting my hands down. You want to do something after school? They asked. Sure, I guess the mall, I asked while looking at them. What about you? What do you want to do? I asked them. Whatever, I guess. I don't care. I just want to get out of the house, they told me while stretching. Why do you want to leave the house? I asked. Just want to, they told me. Then I sighed to worry. Tomo noticed. It will get better, they told me. I know, I sighed. Do you want some favorite snacks? They asked while getting it out. Sure, I say while putting my hands out. Then they putting the snacks in my hands. Thanks, I thanked them. No problem, I just want you to be happy, they told me. That made me smile. You don't have to answer, but are you going to keep it? They asked, knowing what they're thinking about. I nodded. Yes, I told them. You are? They asked loudly. Shh. I asked them. I quiet them down. You are? They asked quietly. I nodded. Why? They asked. I don't know. I just want to. I told them while beginning to cry. Don't cry if you want to. That's fine, they told me while getting up and sat next to me. But pregnancy is hard. It's the hard thing to go through, they told me. I know, I told them. I feel tired now, I told them while putting my head down and closed my eyes. I can feel their hand on my back. Do you want to go to my house? They asked. I want to, but I think my parents aren't able to pick me up, I told them. And plus, I need to work my work, I told them while sitting up. Have you been thinking of school? They asked. I stopped what I was doing. No, I haven't, I told them. You should, so it won't be so stressful and no one will know that They stopped, and I nodded. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, I told them. Time skip. I was walking home when I was going to my street. I saw Mom's car. Maybe I can tell her about the homeschool thing, I thought, and walked in the house. I walked to my room and to put my bag down and walked to Mom's room. I knocked on the door. Who is it? I heard her. It's Yin, I told her. Come in. She told me and I walked in. Hey Yin, how was your day? She asked. It was okay, I told her. Mom gave me a confused look. It was okay. I was talking to Tomo and they told me to do homeschooling. I told her. I was thinking about that too. I've been thinking of talking about this to you. She told me. Do you want to? She asked me. I nodded. Yeah, I told her. Okay. I have been looking at some tutors and I want you to choose what teachers. She told me. Okay, where can I look at the tutor? I asked. Here. She said while getting out her phone and giving it to me. She handed me her phone. She was on this website with tutors. You can look through the website and see what tutors you want. She told me. I nodded and began to look through. I was going through the website until I saw a teacher. I pushed on his profile and looked on his info. He is 26 years old, 5 years of tutoring. Whoa, what the fuck? Sorry. And he's kind of cute, I thought to myself. I think I found someone, I told Mom. I'm sorry, yeah, you have Katsuki, not this random tutor. She looked at her phone screen. I can message or call him, she said while grabbing her phone from my hands. She then looked on his info. Yeah, she said while nodding. I could contact him tomorrow, she told me. Okay, I said while getting off the bed. You should do some homework, she told me, putting her phone back. I will, I said and left the room. After I left the room, I walked into my room. I closed my door and went to my desk. I grabbed my bag and got out my homework. Then my phone rang. I picked up the phone and looked at the ID number. I then answered. Hello? I asked. Are you hanging out or not? I heard Tomo ask. Yeah, give me a minute or two, I told them. Okay, Tomo said and ended the call. Might as well do my homework later, I told myself while putting my phone on my desk and went to my mom's room. I knocked. Come in, I heard her. I opened the door and saw Mom on the bed. I'm gonna go hang out with Tomo. Is that okay? I asked her. Sure, but be home before 6. I don't want you to miss dinner, she told me. Okay, I said and left her room. I walked back into my room and grabbed my phone and my wallet. I said goodbye to Mom and left the house. I then texted Tomo. Be there in 20. They answered with okay. Soon I walked to Tomo's house. I walked to the door and rang the doorbell. I could hear them go downstairs. Tomo then answered the door. You ready? They asked, smiling. I nodded. I told them, and they got out of the house, and we walked in the driveway and went to the blue car. Tomo went to the driver's seat while I went to the passenger seat. The mall? They asked. Sure, I told them, smiling. They started the car and drove off. I told Mom about the homeschool thing, and she said she's okay with it. She also's been thinking about it too, I told her. Nice, they say while looking at the road. Can I put in some music? I asked. Sure. I then connected my phone to the radio and began to put on some music. About 10 minutes of listening to some music, we made it to the mall. We walked into the mall and began to shop. We went to my favorite stores and Tomo's favorite stores. After 15 minutes of shopping, we went to the food court. I got favorite food and Tomo just got water. Are you sure you don't want anything else to drink besides water? I asked them. I'm not really hungry, just thirsty, they said and took a sip. I chuckled while they took a drink. I'm going to use the bathroom and then we can continue, they told me while getting up. Okay, I said and left. Time skip. We were having bags on our forearms while walking. Are you free this week? Tomo asked. I don't know, I can see. I was going to say until I heard a scream. Tomo looked at me. Is that? They were going to say. Yep, I interrupted. That's Katsuki, I sighed. Did you tell him that you're here? They said. No, I said while walking to the stairs. While walking, I saw Katsuki down the stairs yelling. I sighed. I then began to think, and I smirked. What will you do next?